Midnight. A quiet global blackout. No signals, no connection. The hum of data that once carried the world is gone. In the span of a few heartbeats, the internet, the invisible nervous system of modern civilization, has vanished. No social media, no emails, no cloud, no guidance systems. Just silence. What happens next is not science fiction. It's the unraveling of the modern world. At exactly 12 a.m. UTC, every data center, satellite uplink, and undersea cable goes dark. The internet, not just websites, but the very protocols and connections that make it possible, ceases to function. No one knows how. A cyber attack? A global EMP? A coordinated digital collapse? The cause matters less than the effect, because the internet is no longer a convenience. It is the foundation, the bloodstream of the modern world. And without it, that world begins to die. The internet is everywhere, and yet invisible. It moves money between nations. It synchronizes hospitals and flights. It keeps electricity grids stable, navigation precise, and governments informed. When it stops, everything connected to it stops too. Banking, ATMs freeze, credit systems crash. Trillions in digital assets vanish into silence. Medicine. Hospital databases go offline. Supply chains halt. Doctors are left with patients, but no access to records or prescriptions. Transportation. Airplanes rely on GPS signals and flight tracking networks. With those gone, every aircraft in the sky becomes a blind vessel in the dark. Communication. Phones depend on the internet for routing calls, data, even emergency coordination. Within minutes, governments are deaf and blind. And the irony, the deeper our progress, the harder our fall. Once, humanity could survive without it. Before the 1990s, the internet was just an experiment, a network of academics and militaries. The world ran on paper, telephones, and handwritten records. But what we've built since then is different. We didn't just adopt the internet. We fused with it. Every transaction, every heartbeat monitor, every satellite, every message. The internet is no longer a tool. It's an organ. Remove it, and the body of civilization begins to fail. Day 1. Confusion. Millions try to refresh their screens thinking it's a glitch. Companies send technicians. Servers reboot. Nothing changes. Governments declare emergencies. Markets pause trading, but data feeds are dead. Airports ground every flight. Day 2. The economy implodes. Stock markets, built on algorithms and instant data, freeze in place. Shipping halts. Cargo ships anchored mid-ocean with no navigation links. Media collapses into static. No news, no updates. Just rumors whispered in the dark. Week 1. Panic spreads. Grocery stores run out of food. Without the digital supply chain, no trucks arrive. Hospitals ration medicine. Power stations fail as control systems desynchronize. The first riots begin. Month 1. Cities are paralyzed. Gas stations empty. Money loses meaning. Banks can't verify balances. And digital wallets are dead. Humanity begins reverting to analog survival. In the span of... And yet, in the silence, something unexpected happens. People begin to talk again, face to face. Communities form small networks of their own. Word of mouth, messengers, handwritten notes. The pace of life slows, but danger grows. Knowledge, once infinite and immediate, becomes rare again. The sum of human history, libraries, data, archives, all trapped behind blank screens. The world becomes smaller, simpler, but infinitely more fragile. The internet was born not of greed, but of connection. A dream, to share knowledge across borders, to unite the planet through information. But in that dream, we also built a dependency. Just as Rome depended on its roads, just as empires depended on trade, we depend on data. And history tells us every empire built on a single system eventually faces collapse when that system fails. The internet is our empire, and like all empires, it can fall. As weeks turn to months, survivors adapt. Analog radios make a comeback. Printed newspapers return. Governments attempt to rebuild a fragmented web of local intranets, crude, slow, but functional. A new generation learns what we forgot: patience, memory, conversation. But billions of records, lives, and systems are gone forever. And humanity must rebuild not just its technology, but its trust. We often call the internet progress, a symbol of human genius, a bridge across every border. But what if that bridge is built over a fault line? What if the very thing that connects us also makes us the most vulnerable species in history? Because the more connected we become, the more catastrophic disconnection becomes. And so the question remains, are we building progress or fragility?